Hello, today we are going to be trying fixing something that was already on my desk, so we could say it is extremely sad story. It is this beautiful metal halide lamp that while working was starting producing magic smoke and almost trigger a fire alarm. But what is crazy interesting, it didn't trip circuit breaker and it was just making the magic smoke, and hopefully the person who was using it disconnect power manually, and we are going to see what actually happened here. So this might be quite interesting. Basically, I can see two possibilities. One of them could be that we've got broken inductor, and the second one that we've got a broken capacitor, which is going to be much better because we can fix it quite easily. If we've got a broken inductor, it is basically not worth of replacing it, and we have to put electronic ballast there, and it will get the second life. But the magic smoke is telling me that might be a capacitor. So here you've got your glass, and it is a discharge tube, so we do not have inside filament. And if I recall correctly, this is the item that I was replacing by myself in front of camera. And let's take a look. There is interesting case because in reality I do not see anything that might be burning, like the inductor coil, the ballast do not look very good, but it do not look also burn. So I think we have to try power it on. There will be a moment of silence because I have to don my PPE, and I will be powering it through my isolating transformer. So we are going to be limiting the inrush current, and I will just take a look what is making the magic smoke. So I've got my PPE and I'm trying to power it on. And from where we've got the magic smoke, let me rotate it. Let's try power it on again. We've got extremely sad situation because this is the part that I already swapped like a year ago. Here I've got a brand new, and of course we are going to be replacing that. I will also replace that capacitor because maybe it is faulty and it trigger that igniter to fail. So I will swap those two parts and we are going to see will it be great again. Also, as a special request, we are going to be swapping that short cable and we are going to be putting longer cord. So let's take a look. I will begin our job with replacing that capacitor. So we are going to be nicely unscrewing it, just like that. I've got no idea if that can be fault, but if this is a year 99, then definitely we can swap it out for something new. And here we've got a special bag with different capacitors, and judging by the size, that's going to be 20 microfarads. We've got a higher voltage rating, that it is absolutely no problem. I do not have screw, so we have to check will this one fit? Because I don't know if that's a generic standard. And looks like yes, looks like we are going to get success. So definitely we are swapping our capacitor. And we also swapping that igniter because it was making magic smoke. And it was very unpleasant. Oh, you can clearly see that we've got a melting here. And we are going to be also cleaning that. And we are going to start our job with replacing that cord, the main AC input. I will begin with sourcing cable from that computer lead. You can get them extremely cheap. And if you are looking for decent cord, then this is the way to go. Just like that. I would like to let you pay attention into this beautiful cable retention. I just love it. We've got a plastic element that is going to be holding our cable, and it is going to be totally open when we undo it, and we can easily slide our cable, and I will just cut it because it is too short. I will not reuse it, so we go like this, and here we are feeding our new one. And when we are going to be done, we just can screw it back. Absolutely beautiful. I think we are going to be crimping beautiful ending. Plan is to use those terminals. They are going to be making sure we've got a good connection. So let me remove the insulation. And this is one of the best tools. And we can grab like multiple wires and do two at once. That one was too short. Different colors have got different holes. And I think that one is going to be correct. So we go like this. And we are going to be nicely crimping it using tools like this. We insert it and we squeeze. And as you can see here, we've got a beautiful insulation. Let me check if this size is going to be correct. Looks like yes. So here is our neutral. Here you can see what we've got there. Our neutral. Go into the distribution block, just like that. And we nicely screw it down. I quite enjoy that screwdriver because I've got feeling it has some electronic force control. So it is not going to be breaking terminals like this. You can nicely go. Here is our PE, the protective earth. We go like this and we nicely screw it down. And our live, which is going to be brown, we go like this. We nicely screw it down. Just take a look how beautiful job. And now we can secure it. So let me go with a bigger flathead. And the first part is done. Let's begin with swapping out our ignition, and it looks like this. And here we've got our wiring information. Let me check, does this fit the terminal? And looks like yes. And we've got the B like ballast. Then we've got the LP. So we go here. You have to unscrew it. Very nicely it's controlling the force. And here is the worst one because we've got 2 in 1. And here is the magic smoke. It is not a blood. It is from that device. It's leaking out. We have to undo it. It nicely go in. And it's secure. Always give it a good tag to make sure we've got no issues. And I will clean that up because I don't want to get a false positive feeling that something is going wrong. Isopropyl alcohol from that beautiful bottle from AliExpress. Highly recommend checking you out because it's not drying out because you have to pump it. I've got a video about it. I love that item. I think it looks much better now. Let's try to swap out our capacitor. And I hope those 2 wires are not crimped together, because that's going to be quite sad. Thankfully, no. So we've got 1 wire, they are not polarized, so we've got no problem. In normal case, I would crimp terminal here, but I think we are going to skip it, because this is a solid core wire. So I'm not sure about that. Maybe that one goes first. And the solid core next. On bottom. And we have to nicely screw it down. Give it a good tag. It's not going to go anywhere. And the second one goes here, just like that, the same way. The first one I will put our beautiful capacitor, then the solid core, just like that. We are nicely screwing it down. We are pulling, not loose, absolutely beautiful. Now it's time to mount our ignition coil. We go like this and we nicely screw it down. This is going to be the correct size. Absolutely beautiful. Because we've got that washer, I'm not going to be adding any Loctite because it will prevent undoing on its own. And here is our capacitor. We have to screw it more. We go like this. And let's see which spanner is going to be the best. This is, by the way, if you would be interested, 13. And for the power igniter, it was 14. And we've got it nicely mounted. So as you can see, we've done pretty significant rework. We replaced those 2 parts. And I think I will put our shield back, just like that, and we are going to be trying to power it on, and let's see, will it start and will it smoke. So we go like this. And the moment of truth, absolutely beautiful, no magic smoke, the arc is nicely stable. And it's working absolutely amazing. So as you can see, we've got a pretty good fix. Let's give it the last check without isolating transformer. As you can see, everything is working perfect. We swap this definitely broken leaked part, and I go with replacing also that capacitors that I've got no idea if it's working or not, but it is old and it might trigger fault on that. And as you can see, we've got power of sun. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time and bye bye.